work of art that will go down in Grand Rapids history.
It's known to tens of thousands now as Cavalry, the winner of ArtPrize 2010, on display at the Grand Rapids Art Museum. Today, we get the pleasure of speaking with the artist, Chris LaPorte. Welcome, Chris, and congratulations.
Thanks.
It's amazing.
Thanks.
So what's it been like since you won ArtPrize? I mean, has everything turned into a whirlwind, or is it pretty much as usual?
I mean, yeah, the email's blown up, the phone is blown up, but so far it's been pretty much a process of trying to take in what just really happened. So.
Yeah, it's been amazing. And you can see this piece still at the Grand Rapids Art Museum. For the folks that don't know about how it came about, can you just explain the inspiration behind it?
Sure. I guess probably about a year ago, my girlfriend at the time was doing, she's also an artist, and she was doing more mixed media, so we happened to be in an antique shop in town. We were visiting quite a few, and I came across this image, and it was very different from most military photographs in that the diversity of age, their
did it just stand
posture.
out to you? Did
Yeah,
it just
absolutely.
really like grab your attention?
I like the idea of the juxtaposition of individuality in this context of uniformity, and so I just
You said, I got to make this.
Yeah. Were you contemplating any other pictures in the process?
Well, yeah. At the time, I was working on a large-scale drawing of my grandmother and her siblings. That was probably 1/7 this size, but this, was a lot bigger than that, and didn't really understand how long that would take. I've never undertaken anything.
Yeah, but it paid
big.
off big. It's been wildly successful for you. I mean, have you gotten calls from around the world? Are there people interested in now showing your work that you would have thought never would have been interested before?
I have to get back with you on that.
Okay. You mean the deal hasn't been signed yet?
Yeah, I haven't gone completely through all my email. I've just been really kind of, after all that public discourse and, the energy, it was just really, like I said, trying to figure out what happened. And in the next week, if you have sent me an email, I'll get back to you. Sorry.
Yeah, well, understand you've been a little bit busy lately.
Now, this is what I thought was cool about it. Who would have thought? This is an international art prize. I mean, you have artists all over the world. What was it, 14 different countries. Who would have thought that a local artist, Grand Rapids, would win it with a pencil for the medium, and no color? I just thought it was amazing. That's a testament. It's a testament to how great the art was. I just find that fantastic. You said 800 hours, so in a month there's 720 hours. That's more than a month.
The numbers are
I know. That's a geekazoid to me, but that's just incredible.
It is really cool. And tell us about what was life like before ArtPrize? I mean, you are a teacher of art, and so your life has been instruction, and it's also been doing drawings for people.
Yeah, I have a caricature and portrait business, so I've been drawing, for the last 2 decades. So, I hadn't done anything this ambitious before, but I think because I wasn't necessarily on the radar involved in the fine art scene necessarily, it was like, well, where'd this guy come from? So
now, looking ahead, are you thinking of anything for 2011?
No, but if people have asked me this question, if I'm pressed to make an answer right now, I would say I'd either not submit something or submit something very modest. I feel like the whole point of this is to, foster a discussion about art. Introduce people to a variety of experiences. As things progressed with this last year's ArtPrize, it seemed like there was so much focused attention on certain pieces, and if the hype kind of trumps that exploration, then I don't know if it's wholly a good thing. So
yeah. So, any indication what happens to Cavalry at this point?
Well, it's not up to me. It's owned by ArtPrize. That was stipulated as part of the initial contract. So, as far as I know, it is going to be at the Grand Rapids Art Museum.
Is that what you hope for it? Is that where you'd like to see it, or do you have any other thoughts about it?
As long as it's up for people to see it, I think, you know, and I believe that's the intention of ArtPrize. So, I think that's great.
Yeah. Now, obviously, the big part and the excitement, and I think some of the buzz around the world of ArtPrize is the monetary prize attached to it. Yeah. How has that changed your life, knowing that you know, artists are often struggling? I mean, you've made a great living for yourself. Does that change things for you in having something like that, of saying, hey, maybe things are a little bit different? We heard from the first year winner of ArtPrize that was amazing and that was helpful in his career.
Oh, absolutely. It's going to allow my girlfriend and I to make choices that they weren't out there before. I mean, to more directly pursue our goals, you know, I mean.
In your art.
Yeah. Instead of working so hard to afford the time and energy to make art, we're just going to be spending that energy and time on making more ambitious work. So
you're going to take a trip or do anything kind of indulgent?
Well, yeah, I mean, we'd like to do that. We're working it out.
I tell you, 800 hours, 80 pencils. You deserve it, Chris.
Well, thank you very much.
And congratulations. I mean, what a fantastic honor, and it's well-deserved because you obviously have a lot of talent.
Well, thank you. Thank you for saying so. That's cool.
Thanks for joining us today. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Are you West?